Hello, welcome everyone. It is FMC. I am Jeremy. That is SP3. It is Tuesday, February 13th. And SP3, we got a lot to talk about. Sort of. I mean, we got a Super Bowl to talk about. NBA trade deadlines passed, but we already talked about that. Not a whole lot happened. We already did like an hour and 15 minutes on the actual deadline day. Everybody can go back and watch that if they would like. And then Kobe Bryant got a statue. Cher Delaware should be back. No Too Hot to Handle last week, but she should be back this week to play some Too Hot to Handle. Anything else going on in the world that doesn't include professional wrestling? Because who cares about that sport?
You did a great job of doing my bit of the rundown at the start of the show. I see. I started another trend, and I'm glad. Thank you, sir.
I'm just gonna let you host again. I mean, you did that the other week. You just took over the hosting duties. That's fine by me. We gotta flip the graphic here though, because I feel like the host is usually on the left-hand side. Is that just something like we all collectively made up? Is that the host is on the left-hand side?
I think so. I think because StreamYard does it that way. I think that's always been the bit that the host is on that side. Sometimes I'll pop out and then have to pop in and then have to switch myself over on True Hill Heat. So
yeah, on Spotlight, I'm on the left-hand side and I'm the host. On In the Weeds, Joel's on the left-hand side. He's the host. It does feel like the left-hand person, screen-wise, is the actual host. We should break tradition from that. You know what?
We should.
Moving forward, you host the show and you stay on the right side, though. And then, we'll go against the grain here.
There we go. We're on the right side of YouTube. But yes, this is FMC First Morning Chat. It's not anything else. First Morning Chat works the best. First Morning Chat, we're here to discuss everything not wrestling on this wrestling YouTube channel. And yes, we're going to talk about the NFL Super Bowl, and talk about the game and the game within the game. Yes, we are talking about Usher's Super Bowl set. And what songs was he missing off of his set? And how do we grade his Super Bowl performance? We're also talking about Patrick Mahomes, where he ranks in both of our all-time quarterbacks after winning this Super Bowl championship. Taylor Swift, where she ranks as far as NFL rookies.
First.
Where does the relationship of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, is it in the all-time couples of like mainstream? It feels like that. It feels like the next iconic couple, Jay-Z and Beyonce, like that level is like everybody's talking about them. If they rank there, we're going to talk about that as well. And yes, we'll wait for Cher to talk about that. But yes, we are here usually to talk about the NBA. So to honor the 81, he put up the statue. All of y'all that was hating, I love me some Vanessa Bryant. Vanessa Bryant said fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all. I don't care what y'all say. This the pose that Kobe wanted. Got the great statue. Unfortunately, we couldn't win on that day, because we would be getting a sermon on the show if we did, because we would have been undefeated. Would have went that whole stretch, been pretty good, and we would have got a sermon today. But we lost that game. We did get a win before today, but no sermon today. But I'm very happy Kobe got his statue. Well deserving of the greatest Laker in my eyes, or one of the greatest Lakers in everyone's eyes.
It was a shame that they could not win on that day. They lost to the Nuggets. I was actually rooting for the Lakers on that game.
At least we lost to the world champions.
Yeah. You don't want to lose on Kobe Bryant's statue day.
We lose on all these special days. LeBron set the scoring record. Lost. Kobe's 1 year anniversary. We lost. Kobe getting his I think it was when he got his jersey put up. Lost. We have lost historically on historic days.
In-season banner tournament night.
In-season tournament banner night. Lost. When we raised our pandemic championship. Lost. Come on.
Maybe they should just stop celebrating stuff.
Stop celebrating. There's no celebration in crypto.com unless it's the Clippers because they celebrating a lot, even though they're a little bit they have come a little bit down to earth over the last.
They didn't look too great against Timberwolves last
No.
night. Timberwolves
No.
put a beat down on them.
I was impressed.
Yeah, it was an impressive win by Minnesota. I mean, fuck that team, but I don't like them.
Yes, we don't got too much NBA to talk about around the league. I think we can if you have anything else. I don't know if you have anything from around the league that you wanted to discuss outside of Jalen Brunson looking like MVP out here in these streets.
That foul last night was nonsense.
Yeah.
Absolute garbage. They even admitted after the game that it was a bad call. Like, what's he supposed to do? He's contesting a half-court three. They just let him. It was a clean contest. It didn't touch him. It didn't affect the shot. That was such a bad call. Awful. Absolutely awful.
Blew the game.
Yeah.
But Jalen Brunson, MVP. He's looking like an MVP candidate right now.
I mean, maybe a little bit. I think the Bucks dominated the Nuggets last night. Middleton was out for the Bucks too. They beat down the Nuggets last night. I don't know who the MVP candidate. Like, it's probably Jokic right now.
Really?
Shea's gonna get a lot of votes. Like, a lot's gonna come down to the second half and who can create a narrative, because it comes down to a narrative thing by the second half of the season of like, oh, who had like more special moments, more big games and stuff. I think right now the top three are probably Shea, Jokic. You got to take him beat out because he's gonna miss too many games.
Yeah.
Shea, Jokic, Luka's got a shot to make some noise if the Mavericks keep playing this well. Giannis is gonna probably be there a little bit. Donovan Mitchell might be there a little bit too. But I
can see Kawhi if he plays enough games.
Yeah. I think it's gonna come down to Shea and Jokic. I really do. I
don't see how we're if the season ends the way it is right now with the standings, I would have to give it to Shea.
I understand that. Shea's been really good on a young team that certainly nobody expected them to be this good. I think people thought they were going to be a play-in team.
I think that now that with the Nuggets winning the championship as well, their expectations change. Like Jokic winning, MVPs, his first two MVPs when they're a 6-7 seed. That's fine. That's fine nowadays because, Russell Westbrook kind of changed the standard with that as far as like standings being a part of the voting for where people are at. But when you win a championship and then the next year, these two young teams and then a team that really kind of revamped their roster kind of jump you in the standings, no matter how much he's averaging pretty much a triple-double, and his numbers this season is on par or greater than his MVP seasons. And last season, that was clearly better than his MVP season, but they gave it to Joel Embiid. So, on that argument and knowing all of those facts, I would have to give it to somebody else. I feel like Shea, Kawhi, like you have kind of flawed my image of Tatum. I can make the argument for Tatum. I can make an argument for Tatum though. I can make an argument. I think that the argument might be stronger for Tatum because he's taking a step up. The Celtics are taking a step up, but they have a better roster. So I think that's why he's not going to get the votes and why I have more doubts than even what Jeremy has put in my head.
Tatum's fraud. He's a fraud. That's why, he's not going to win it. The team around him is really good too.
Yeah.
And that's gonna hurt him.
Donovan Mitchell.
I said Donovan.
Yeah.
I said him.
Donovan Mitchell, Giannis, Jalen Brunson.
I said before the season, Mitchell was going to be a top 5 MVP candidate.
So after All-Star break, what we're adding to top 5, bottom 5 for my top 5, I'm giving you the top 5 teams, and I'm giving you top 5 for MVP. It's going to be ever changing.
Okay.
After All-Star break.
I don't know how much more basketball. The Kobe. I want to get your thoughts on this SP3 because I like Kobe. I got nothing against Kobe. Certainly, his legacy is his legacy. The statue, great honor, well deserved. Did you see the Paul Heyman tweet about the Kobe statue? And it was like, oh, even Kobe Bryant acknowledges the tribal chief. Did you see this?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What were your thoughts on it?
It's Paul Heyman being Paul Heyman, using something from something else to promote. I mean, as a wrestling fan, I understand what Paul Heyman is doing, but I can understand if you're not a wrestling fan that it might look like you're disrespecting.
So we had, we have our group chat, our staff chat for the site, and we do a lot of crossover posts. Certainly me, I'll do a lot of NBA posts, and like that was put in our staff chat of like, this is a great crossover post, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't end up doing it. And my reasoning was, I don't want Kobe stans pissed off at the site of like, this is disrespectful. Truthfully, like, I found it a little bit in poor taste. And like, I don't mind a lot of this stuff, but like, it's just, what are we doing here? I thought it was a little poor taste.
Yeah.
Honestly. And, if Kobe was still alive and could go back at him, like, fine, I probably would have done the article. But to be like, even in passing, Kobe acknowledges the tribal chief. It's like,
yeah. The word when you emphasize the wording, yeah, I could see why. Yeah,
like it's like, is this necessary? And I saw a lot of comments underneath the post of like, no, L, Paul Heyman takes L, like delete this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably the reaction you would expect from this. You don't.
Yeah. I like I said, like my initial reaction was, oh, it's just Heyman being the sleazy promoter, basically. So yeah, I can understand why people think it was in poor taste or disrespectful.
And the other part of it is, Vanessa said this was the one Kobe wanted. Like Kobe wanted to pick this pose and everything. So I think he mentioned something like, oh, the person who designed this statue. It's like, oh, Kobe essentially designed this statue. Like, he was not trying to acknowledge the tribal chief. Sorry, Paul. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'm taking it too personal, just because, again, I don't care that much about the Kobe statue. It just maybe because it was almost an article of like, oh, do this article. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this article.
Like, I'd rather not.
Because I know what the reaction would have been if we did it. Yeah. Like, people would have just like been mad at the website. We get enough people mad at the website. We don't need to.
You don't need to give them another reason.
Yeah. People already dislike this website for some of the stuff we write. I don't need to give them another reason. Like, every Taylor Swift article I wrote was, is this news? Is this really news? Do we really care?
Like, no, it's just easy something to do. I know it's gonna get the clicks. Come on, nah, but no, it's related. It's related to wrestling. It's about wrestling, guys. Like, relax. I don't know why people take it so seriously.
Like, I hope everyone knows this. I've said this many times. I don't write for clicks. If I got paid by clicks, I'd probably be broke. Honestly,
yeah, that is true.
Right?
Same.
I don't write for clicks at all. I write for fun and to pop myself and to cover news that I want to cover when it comes to like the Taylor Swift stuff. Certainly not for the clicks. If it helps, it helps. Yeah, if I wanted to write for clicks, I would have wrote that Heyman article of like,
yeah, true.
This will get a bunch of people mad. I don't write for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, basically writing for clicks is writing an article that you know is going to get people mad.
Yeah,
I feel like that's writing for clicks.
Yeah, and I write Taylor Swift articles because it's fun to me. I think people recognize I'm an actual fan of Taylor Swift.
I don't write it because I'm a fan of Taylor Swift, but I know that because I write for a UK website, I'm the only one that knows about Taylor Swift very well, like as an American.
Let's bring on Cher Delaware, who also knows plenty about Taylor Swift. Hello, Cher Delaware.
Hey.
How are you feeling?
Like shit.
I know you said you were sick earlier. I claim that you just missed last week's episode, and so you just automatically got sick.
Yeah, I actually, like Wednesday. It's like the day after I got sick.
See?
Oh no!
Missed one episode of Too Hot to Handle mobile,
and it's like post nasal drip. So I wake up in the morning and my throat is just raw, and then all day I just sound like I'm underwater. I'm like, this is so much fun. Just
God bless you.
The voices should be fantastic.
Yes.
We have not really gotten into the Super Bowl, so who cares about the game? The game happened. Let's talk about the halftime performance. What were your thoughts on it, SP3? I know you're in the weeds chat yesterday, talking a little bit about it. Joel, of course, knows nothing about football.
Yeah. You always want to invite me on when one of y'all want to miss a day, take a day off, but y'all can't send me the link when y'all have three guys on the screen that didn't watch the halftime show, and y'all want to talk about the halftime show, but none of y'all watched the damn thing. I was letting y'all know I watched the damn thing. Send me the damn link.
I watched it. Don't get mad at me. The other people that I was sharing the screen with didn't watch it. Connor watched it. Zarian did not. Joel did not. I watched it. I was trying to ask them about it.
And you were getting nothing.
Don't yell at me.
What were you working with? I'm ashamed of them. What kind of taste do they have in music?
I don't know.
Awful taste.
What did you think of the halftime show of SP3?
So I'll be honest. Usher is a great artist. I feel like I knew like most of the set of songs, but I also know that Usher's old. So I knew what I was getting when I went into the performance. I was like, this is Usher. If I know anything about Usher, this ain't gonna be about the singing. This is gonna be about the choreography, and then that's why immediately when Joel said, "Oh, I heard he wasn't singing well," I was like, "What does that? What do you got coming for?"
He's never been singing well.
That's like going to like a Ricochet and Young Bucks match saying I want technical wrestling. My one wrestling reference for the show. Like, come on, like, what are you asking for? You're not going in with the correct expectations. It is about the choreography. It is about the outfit changes, which he did about 3 or 4, I believe. And it was about him. Oh my God. Because Alicia Keys was the greatest addition to a Super Bowl halftime show in a very long time. The woman was in a fountain of youth. Swiss Beats is a very lucky man. And Usher was willing to risk it all in front of 200 million people. This man kept going behind her, and she kept going like this. That was the best part of the whole performance for me, was her just going like, will you stop?
I will say, that first note Alicia Keys hit, I said, "Oh no!"
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
She hit a note that is not a note. I don't know what happened. That was not good, but she looked amazing. So I mean, whatever. When Ludacris came out, my dad was like, "That's the guy from Fast and Furious." And I'm like, yeah, it is. But yeah, I loved it. I knew all the songs, and my sister and I were like trying to enjoy it because like we grew up on Usher, and my brother is an asshole and he kept talking the entire time, and finally my dad was like, "Why don't you shut up so the girls can enjoy the halftime show?" Which the same thing happened last year, because I was the only Rihanna fan at the house, and everybody was talking the entire time, and Dad was like, "She's trying to watch this. Like, can you wait a minute so she can enjoy this?" But yeah, it's just because unless it's somebody that's like 812 years old, they don't care. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, they've like drug them up here from their hospice bed to perform this right now. Like, maybe chill out a little bit. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was the best halftime show ever, but I enjoyed it for what it was. And I had realistic expectations, but I kept laughing about how sweaty he was just like 2 songs in. And I was like, that's how I look every time I'm in Vegas. I sweat so much the whole time I'm in Vegas, just like profusely. I relate to him right now, and I'm not even dancing. I'm just walking down the street in Vegas, and I look like that.
I relate to him because that's how I look now. That if I dance to like 2 songs, yeah, I start sweating like that. Like, so I understand. I'm around the same age.
That's how we all looked at. You are not around the same age.
I feel it.
We all looked at Jeremy's wedding reception. We were all just sweat pouring off of us. And that was in a cool building.
Yeah, that was it was October, fall in Ohio. Like it was a nice day.
It was. We kept going outside to cool off because we were sweating so much.
The wind was certainly
it was a very nice
heavy
day, but
out there.
Yeah, I thought that it was good. It was good for what it was. I mean, I enjoyed it. The shocking part of the night for me was when my dad sat down and he was like, yeah, I watched the video earlier when Taylor Swift showed up with Ice Spice. My head jerked around so fucking fast. I said, how does my 66-year-old dad know who Ice Spice is? Like, what? And he was like, I know who she is. My mom said I didn't know who she was. He said Ice Spice, and I thought he was talking about a coffee or something.
The wife didn't even know who Ice Spice was. She's like,
I about died. Then every time they showed Taylor and Ice Spice, my dad would be like, there they are. There's my girls. I'm like, God, Dad.
I knew who Ice Spice was just because I'm a little bit more online than the wife is. The wife was like, I don't know who this person is. Like, I know she's Ice Spice, but I couldn't tell you what she does. Couldn't tell you a single song.
She don't do much.
So I know who she is. I've seen her on social media, but I don't know what she does.
I can't tell you a single.
She doesn't have any talent.
She did the one song, the Karma remix with Taylor. Legitimately the only full Ice Spice song I've ever heard. I don't know any other song that she does.
She's just not good. She does the same thing in every song. And nothing against that girl. She's making money off of it. Lots of people have made money off of having no talent, and she's doing
this
it.
Is true.
But like,
Kardashians.
Yeah, she good for her. She's doing it. She was just sitting at the
Cast
Super
the Jersey
Bowl.
Shore.
But like, my God, my dad was like, yeah, she was in a commercial, I think he said with Ben Affleck, like they were in some commercial together. He was like, that's how I figured out who she was, because I was like, who is this girl with the red hair? So he Googled her.
The wife just says, I don't listen to that music or influencers or whatever she does.
That's fair.
Good summary of what she does.
That's fair.
Okay, the commercials. What was y'all's favorite commercial? Cher?
First off, the commercials were terrible this year.
The commercials were not very good, and I feel like I saw Tom Brady in about 8 of them.
They literally, it was just like, look at this celebrity, and also this celebrity, and also this. Like, why?
That's what they always
are. The only one that was good that got me interested in it was the Deadpool one. It made me immediately go online when it said at the end, the full trailer is online. Beginning. Yeah, I was like, I muted my TV and I went online and I watched that trailer and I was like, oh my God, I'm finally excited for a movie.
It was the State Farm one. The State Farm one made me laugh with Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah.
And
Danny DeVito.
That one made me laugh. But like, for the most part, they were terrible. I want to know if Jesus had to pay for that ad about church. Like, if churches can afford freaking $10 million Super Bowl ads, they can pay taxes, first off.
But
Odie was in that commercial.
He had the adrenaline in his soul?
Jade Cargill was in a commercial. But
you would not know that was Jade Cargill unless you knew it was Jade Cargill.
No.
But they
did not make any effort to make her stand out.
my poor nephew was so excited for the commercials. Like, that's what he was there for. And he just continued. You could see the disappointment just growing on his face as the game went on because they were just not good. Like, I don't know what happened this year. It was like everybody just decided to make their commercial ass this year because. And why did freaking Timu, how the hell did they have 18 different commercials?
Timu, and then there's like a new soda, Poppy or something like that. Like that one had a bunch of commercials. I'm trying to think of the ones that like stood out to me. The Dunkins with Ben Affleck. That did stand out to me with Affleck and Matt Damon and Tom Brady and Jennifer Lopez. That was a good one.
Then they played the Creed commercial again. Paramount played their Creed commercial again and made everybody in the entire house shut up. And then as soon as my oldest heard the first notes of Higher, he took off down the stairs and wouldn't watch it.
Yes, the Dung Kings one was my favorite. I did like the State Farm one. The Michael Sarah V one.
That one was funny.
That was funny. Yeah. The Christopher Walken one was good.
I said I feel like that does happen to Christopher Walken every day. Is that people try to talk to him in Christopher Walken voices? And SP3, you're frozen, by the way.
I know. I'm frozen with a smile on my face.
At least you're frozen like that. Just that's a good.
There we go.
I was like, oh, at least it got me back as I was laughing, so it looked natural. Yeah, the Paramount one I did enjoy because it had all my favorite people. It had Patrick Stewart in it, and Peppa Pig, and Hey Arnold. So good stuff.
All your favorite people.
All my favorite
voice
people.
Of Hey Arnold was weird though. I don't know who's the voice nowadays. I'm like, this is not. I've been watching Hey Arnold for like the past couple of weeks. Like, this is not Hey Arnold.
It's the one from the movie probably, which came out in like 2017.
I don't remember the movie. I'm sure I watched.
Yeah, I don't think I watched the movie. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Yeah, it's like that was a long time ago. If I'm gonna watch Hey Arnold, I'm gonna watch the good old days.
Yeah, exactly. And then the actual game happened.
Well, I didn't finish with the Usher. I have some nitpicks outside of the singing from other people. My nitpicks is the set of songs. Although I did know most of the songs, he had some big omissions. Firstly, how dare you just give us the opening riff of Nice and Slow and not at least a bar. At least give us a bar of Nice and Slow. There's so many memories of so many times I've had. And then also he didn't do You Make Me Wanna, his very first hit.
Yeah. I thought that too.
That was the biggest omission for me. Like, someone told me My Way, and I was like, that made me instantly think of You Make Me Wanna. Why didn't he do that?
I did laugh at all the people that were like, he better not sing he better not sing Oh My Gosh. I'm like, those are his top two most famous songs. If you think
why would he not?
Medley of their greatest hits. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, he's got to finish with I was like, this is gonna be the headline because you got Little John come out. We was like, oh my god, Little John, he's alive. And then Ludacris like, oh my god, Luda, they let you grow out your hair. You talk to the Illuminati before the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And then I laughed at all the people who thought that was CeeLo Green. That made me laugh. I get on Twitter and it's just a bunch of people being like, what's CeeLo Green doing here? I'm like, God.
Jesus.
But if you saw our wonderful Nyla Rose said that it was Stokely Hathaway. She has a whole tweet about it being Stokely Hathaway. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
And all the wrestling personalities was at the Super Bowl.
There was a lot.
They were all Niners fans too, so they walked away pretty disappointed.
Yeah, they all walked away pretty disappointed. But Trinity got a whole bunch of people who took pictures of her hair. You had Mercedes with the jacket, and then my theory that I pitched on AE Ramble of Mercedes feuding with Britt Baker looked mighty good after those pictures. So thanks, ladies. I appreciate y'all making me look good.
Anybody who didn't hold on, pause our finisher, just saying from the start, I'm like, yo, start with the hits, bro. But then I shouted Luda. Everyone knew was coming.
Yeah, you got to cap off with You
I
don't
was
go
waiting for, honestly, like, so we talked about the choreography and like what you expect from an Usher performance. I was hoping for a little bit more singing, I guess, because like the background track did all the work.
Yes.
During that performance, he was hitting like 1 out of every 4 notes, 4
Yeah.
words there, and I'm like, all right, like, I know you can dance, Usher. Can you give me a little something?
Well,
with
and
the
I've been
singing
thinking about
wise?
this. I mean, like, Usher's pushing 50. Like, okay, but he's going to go on tour this year too. That man's got to get his cardio up if he's going to be trying to sing and dance like that on that. Because I ain't paying to go to a concert for him to just dance the whole time. I'll go home.
Apparently, he fell. He fell in the roller skates.
When he came out in the roller skates, I was laughing because my oldest son, that was the birthday party that we had for him this past year. He had a party at the roller rink. I was the only person that did not just continuously bust my ass at the roller rink too. And I was like living my best life. And when he came out, my dad was like, yeah, that's what you look like at the roller rink. When they were doing the flips and holding their legs up. And he's like, that's what I said. Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
That's awesome. And I saw Dustin said that he stole his outfit for the roller skate set.
Yeah,
Dustin
my dad made multiple comments too about Usher's clothes. He's like, I think he took that from your closet. I'm pretty sure you have that outfit. I'm like, shut up, leave me alone.
I was hoping for a little bit more singing, but that's when at that point I was like, all right, he's clearly not going to sing anything. It's like, get Ludacris out here to save this. At least Luda's going to rap. Although they cut part of the verse. I'm not crazy about that, right? Like,
no.
Okay.
They definitely did. They were running short on time, man. He gave you abbreviated of the whole. He gave 14 songs, so he had to give abbreviated versions of all of them. And I understand. I mean, I knew all the songs from the start, like Caught Up. Like the whole 8701 is one of my favorite like R&B albums. I remember listening to that when I was like 13, 14 years old. So I knew every song from the beginning because he started off with Caught Up and You Don't Have to Call. And You Don't Have to Call is like the original breakup song, like happy breakup song. Like the next stage after depression, when you want to go back out, that you hit when You Don't Have to Call. Yeah, exactly.
The game itself happened. Anybody have thoughts on the game, besides the fact that Taylor Swift is the Super Bowl MVP, the Rookie of the Year, all in one?
I told everyone that you don't bet against Cher Delaware. I mean, if they would have listened to, so many people lost money because they didn't listen to me. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. My whole family cheered for the Niners to piss me off. Then they all left before overtime started because they were like, this is ridiculous. We're going home. So my mom called me yesterday and I was like, my nephew was there and the whole time he's like, Niner gang. I'm like, if you don't shut them. Like, I was about to beat his little 14-year-old ass. And he don't even watch football. And when she called, I was like, put me on speaker. And she did. And I was like, how about that football game? Like, super obnoxious. And she was like, he just got up and left the room. Like, he's not talking to you. I said, I told him they were going to win. Like, and I kept telling him during the first half, Kansas City is a second half team. You can't give it up right now. They are a second half team. And I like Brock Purdy fine, but he is not as good of a quarterback as Patrick Mahomes is. He's just not. Like,
their game plan was stupid yesterday or Super Bowl day when they had the lead coming out of the half. They just kept throwing the ball.
Why?
And then Purdy was missing receivers, and so the ball hits the ground, the clock stops. It's like, you have the best running back in the league. You've had the best rushing offense all year.
Yeah.
Maybe you should run the ball, burn some clock, wear out the defense, hold on to the lead. Like, what is this game plan? Their game plan was terrible.
I don't know. Did you see the interview with Kyle Shanahan where he didn't know the rules of overtime?
A bunch of the 49ers.
Yo, that was crazy to me because they had to like keep explaining like, oh, it's a whole new game, but you didn't even need to explain it. Like, we only got one overtime quarter anyway. Like because they were like,
I was confused when they were taking their sweet time at the goal line. And the clock was running down. I was like, you got like 10 seconds. You better. And then I saw somebody, maybe the announcers mentioned it, but then I saw
Yeah.
somebody say of like, if the overtime ends, they just go to a second overtime. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's why they're taking their sweet old times. I'm like, you ain't got much time left here.
Well, which makes sense because there was always like sudden death when like the playoffs. Like you could do a tie in a regular season after the overtime quarter is over, but in the postseason, it was always sudden death.
Yeah, I was watching that interview and I was like, how did you not look this up before you went to the Super Bowl to learn what the rule? What? And then people from Kansas City were like, oh yeah, for the past 2 weeks we've had multiple trainings on the rules of overtime. And I'm like, and there's your difference. Like they made sure you guys knew what you were walking into if that happened, which that was only, I think, the second Super Bowl game ever to go into overtime.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like they were like, oh, this is definitely going to happen. They're like, just in case, we're going to teach you this. And then the Niners are like, no, we're good. And I mean,
and that's why the Chiefs were so calm at the goal line. They're like, oh, we don't even care. We can get this, or it'll go into the next quarter, and we'll be right here. We got a bunch of attempts, but Patrick Mahomes didn't need another attempt, man. Patrick Mahomes is different. Like the only other person that was like that, where they were down, and I was like, well, they're gonna come back. Like I don't know if they'll win, but they're definitely gonna come back and tie this for sure. And like it's like Tom Brady. It's exactly like Tom Brady, but like it was automatic where they were down, and I was like, "Well, this game is not over, definitely."
Well, of what the last 5 Super Bowls, the Chiefs have been in 4 of them.
Yeah.
They lost 1. And they've been in 4 of them. The only one that they weren't in was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean,
dynasty. 3 out of 4 years.
You mentioned at the top of. Where is Mahomes all time? Well, he's second all time at this point. I think he's more talented than Tom Brady. Like, I think he can do things that Brady just could not do. But Brady's got 6 rings. Yeah. Mahomes he's still got 3 more to go.
Well, doesn't Brady have 7?
Does he have 7?
I don't remember. Let me.
I thought he had 6. If he's got 7, then that's even going to be tougher for Mahomes.
Yeah.
Brady also he does have 7. You're right.
Yeah, because he got 1 with Tampa Bay. Like he got 6 with Patriots, and then 1 with Tampa Bay.
He also played for 23 years. So.
Also that, and Peyton Manning is the same way. Where I don't know how to distinguish his Denver championship and his one Indiana one. So don't worry.
Oh no, Brady actually played well in Tampa.
Yeah.
Then Manning.
Yeah.
In that,
well, he played well the first 2 seasons, and then when he won the championship, he was shot. Yeah.
He played well the first 2 seasons, but then they got blown out by Seattle in that one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'll never forget that. That's the most depressing Super Bowl I've ever watched in my life. Peyton Manning's my favorite football player ever. That was so sad.
My mom's too. He's my mom's favorite too. But that was always the thing for me is like Tom Brady, fantastic quarterback. Tom Brady also had a fantastic team built around him the whole time. Not that the Chiefs don't, but I think that made a difference too for him because he had that whole group around him. Like you think of Tom Brady and you think of Gronk. That's just the way that it always is.
But we're gonna have you think of Mahomes, you think of Kelsey.
It's now becoming that you think of Mahomes, you think of Kelsey too. And I think that they've got other people that they're starting to put in those positions in Kansas City where they could become like the rival of that same type of dynasty for them.
Yeah, I think they are kind of like poised to be this generation's dynasty, like the next dynasty after kind of the Patriots has been over for a while now. It seems like the Chiefs have kind of established themselves as that. And Patrick Mahomes, I mean, I would say that this offense is on the same kind of like, if you just put it out on paper, you got the all-time tight end, but the receiving core is not what the receiving core was for the previous championships for them. So I would say is on the same level of the Tom Brady kind of early championships, but he did so much better than Tom Brady did with his team than Tom Brady did kind of with a similar team. So I would say he's in the top 5. God bless you, by the way. Cher, I'm sorry.
So his first season as the head quarterback was 18.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's only been the head quarterback for a couple years. The dude's young. He's what, 27, 28? Like, not even hit 30 yet. Has had 4 Super Bowl appearances, 3 wins. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a long career still ahead of him if he wants to. And this is early. Like, this is so early on. I don't know. I think it's
I think you still got to give him room to grow. This is not over. Like he said, this dynasty is just getting started. So I would still say Tom Brady is above him. I would still say Joe Montana is above him. And me personally, I would put Peyton Manning above him. After that, anybody else, I think there's an argument that he's above Manning and Montana at this point after this championship, but there's no other quarterback outside of that I think that you can even make an argument that's better than him outside of those names.
I think he's the most talented quarterback I didn't see a whole lot of Joe Montana. I was too young. I watched all of Brady's career, watched all of Manning's career. I think Mahomes is more talented than all of them. It's going to be very tough to just catch Brady. Like, he still needs 4 more Super Bowls, which is, he's got plenty of time to do it, granted, but that's still, like, it's not easy. People think it's easy because they've seen Brady do it, and now they're watching Mahomes do it, but, like, it's not easy to just win a Super Bowl every year. That speaks to Mahomes' talent overall. It's going to be tough for him. It's very much it's almost like a Jordan LeBron type of thing. It's like, I don't know if LeBron's ever going to catch Jordan as far as like legacy, because just rings, accolades, people put so much stock into that, and rightfully so. But like, talent wise, I think LeBron's more talented than Michael Jordan. Like, overall game, I think he's more talented.
Honestly, it's really kind of fun that the NFL has this kind of like debate that like people can talk about for like years to come of Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady, because previously to that it was Tom Brady versus Joe Montana. Like, really, Joe Montana versus Tom Brady is Michael Jordan versus LeBron. NBA hasn't found the next person to have that debate of, oh, is this person going to be better than LeBron? They haven't found that. They've tried to poise people like Zion Williamson and people coming in from the draft like Victor Wembanyama, but no one stepped up and taken the mantle to be that person yet.
Well, LeBron's not done.
No, but usually there's always, as someone is going out of the league, like with Tom Brady, there's someone coming up.
Yeah, because when
Mahomes was.
Yeah, because when Jordan was out, Kobe was in. And then when Kobe was slowing down, LeBron had already started his ascent. Yeah. So, like, they have that. They've had that for years, the NBA, but they haven't found it yet after LeBron.
Well, and the thing is, there's never going to be a decisive, this is the greatest of all time, because people weigh different things when they're deciding what they think, and people will just go against somebody just because they don't like them or they don't like their team, or, you know, like, oh, they suck because blah, blah, blah. Like, my brother swears that Michael Jordan was a terrible basketball player because we grew up Utah Jazz fans, so we hated the Bulls. So he's, you know, he was terrible. And I'm like, bro, I mean, come on. You could say you didn't like him, but that doesn't mean he was terrible. I have this same conversation all the time about Sidney Crosby in hockey. People are like, he's not even a good hockey player. I'm like, are we watching the same hockey games? Like, what are you even talking? You can say, I don't like Sidney Crosby. I don't like the Penguins. That doesn't make him a bad player. I feel that way about pretty much everything. And I think it's just because I'm not delusional like most male sports fans are. So I can separate, like, oh, yeah, I really don't like them, but they're good. So I feel about Tom Brady. I hate the Patriots. Hate the Patriots with every ounce of my being. Tom Brady was still the amazing. Like, he was. And that's why he didn't retire, because he knew he was amazing. He's like, nah, I think I'm still going. Like, and I can say I don't like Tom Brady. Tom Brady is still one of the GOATs of like sports in general. Not even a super athletic dude, but still, when you think of football, you think of Tom Brady. Like,
Yeah, I think for me, I've always had that kind of thing where I know the reason why I hate this person. Like I've hated multiple players throughout NBA history because they will always compare them to Kobe. I hated Tracy McGrady, hated Dwayne Wade, hated Allen Iverson, hated LeBron James. But I knew I hated them because they were very good, and that's why people were comparing them and saying they were better than Kobe. I hated Tim Duncan because Tim Duncan would always beat us. And then in 2003, he made Kobe cry on the sideline. I was like, yo, put that man on a cross. But I was like, yo, like I knew he was going to be the MVP that season. I knew he was really good. Like I kind of always been able to do that. But you're absolutely right. Not everyone, and a large majority, I think, of sports fans kind of don't always are into that in the moment. They kind of go there to the hatred side.
And they think whoever the greatest player is from their team is the all-around greatest player, and that's just not the way.
Or the greatest of their generation, they won't take otherwise. Because I know, like my stepdad, when we used to talk about basketball when he was alive, he never would admit that Michael Jordan was the greatest. He would say Oscar Robinson was the greatest. I've seen Oscar. You ain't grow up on Oscar Robinson. Like he would tell me all the time and all that. My actual birth father would tell me Magic Johnson. He just showed me when I was like 4 years old. He put in the tape. He would be like, "You gotta see Magic Johnson. You're not gonna see him because he got AIDS right now." I don't know if he said that, but that's pretty much the reason. But he was like, he put on the tape for me and made me watch Magic Johnson because he felt Magic was the greatest, and he was like a Knicks and then he was a Boston fan, so he never liked Magic Johnson, but he knew he was the greatest.
Yeah, and that's like baseball is one that I always laugh at because baseball is really hard to determine who you think the greatest is because there's baseball 100 years ago is not baseball now. Like that's not it. They were a different game then.
Baseball is also real quickly on the Brady Mahomes. I agree with HBS who says Brady beat him. Yeah, that's all. Even Mahomes has said he's got those 2 wins over me.
Twice,
championship game and the Super Bowl. Like it's gonna be, and he can't get those wins back.
No,
Brady ain't coming back to put him over.
He literally has to get 8 to pass Brady now. Like that's all he can do. He just has to pass him in championships now.
Baseball is tough because it's the most individual team sport. Like Barry Bonds, steroids, whatever. Barry Bonds is one of the greatest hitters of all time. Barry Bonds never won a World Series. Was that because he wasn't good? No, it's because other guys in the lineup couldn't hit as well. The pitching didn't hold up. Yeah. Like there's only so much you can do when you only get to hit, 1 or 4 times a game. When you only get to pitch once every 5 days. Like there's just only so much you can do.
There can't be a GOAT in that. Like it's kind of like in like there's so many different things. Your greatest hitter, greatest pitcher, greatest fieldman. Like baseball is a hard one.
That's how it was for Bryce Harper for so long because Bryce Harper is a fantastic baseball player, but he wasn't doing shit because he was with teams who he's the only one performing. When you're the only one out on a field that's doing well, and the people around you can't do anything, you can't win a baseball game by yourself. You just can't.
And Jeremy makes a great point that you kind of have to win a championship to be considered the GOAT too.
Yes, you do.
Like I think to me, Ken Griffey Jr., best player I ever saw. Like fielding at the plate, everything was just so smooth. Everything he did just looked fantastic. Just an aesthetically pleasing player on top of that. Never won a World Series. So like people just kind of dismiss Griffey, I think, because of that. But like to me, that's the best player I've ever seen. Like Jeter gets a lot of love.
That's mine.
The greatest.
I'm a New Yorker, so the greatest I ever seen is Derek Jeter.
And he got a lot of championships. So like that makes it easier to tolerate of like, oh, it's Jeter because he won a bunch of titles as well.
Well, and I think that definitely Ken Griffey Jr. and Jeter both in the top of the greatest. But like I said, people are going to determine, well, he didn't win a championship. So is he really the greatest? And like you said, that doesn't really matter because you're still a fantastic baseball player. But if you go to St. Louis and you ask them, everybody, it's Stan Musial. And I'm like, okay, could Stan Musial have played in his prime with the people that play now? Could he have played this baseball game now? Because it's a different game than it was. They have a bridge in St. Louis named the Stan Musial Memorial Bridge. Like, he got a fucking bridge named after him. Like, it's just, and they always pick somebody and that's who they go with and that's who they stick with for forever, whether they're actually the greatest or not. It's subjective. That's why I hate questions in wrestling that are like, you know, your Mount Rushmore. Who is the Mount Rushmore? Because what are you taking into account with that? Like, my Mount Rushmore is all three of our Mount Rushmores would be different. They just would. And we're all taking into account different things. So it's always such a subjective thing. And people think that they are right no matter what. I'm like, okay, I am a Chiefs fan. I can't stand Patrick Mahomes. He irritates my soul. I don't know what it is about that man. He's a fantastic quarterback. I'm glad we have him on our team. I don't ever want to look at him or listen to him talk. Like, something about that man just irritates my soul. But that doesn't mean that he's a bad player. Like, I just don't like him.
Our pal Ryan says, as a 49ers fan, I'm still proud of my team. KC is great.
Yeah.
Like
they
Niners
made it to the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah, but it sucks to lose 2 out of the last 4 years, though. It's not Bills territory, but
it absolutely sucks to lose.
It's still tough.
To the same team.
Yeah.
They kind of did it to themselves too. So
yeah.
They would have won if they had Tom Brady.
Their game to win.
They should have just had Tom Brady.
They should have just got Tom Brady on waivers or something. Like,
sorry, Purdy, you're out.
he was too busy making commercials.
That offense is so good. Brady would have had all the right reads, made all the right throws. That's
what I said. It was literally their game to lose because Chiefs played like ass in that first half.
Well, that's because Taylor, the best player on the team, didn't show up until 2 hours before kickoff. So
he was not good in the first half.
Yeah, she had to get warmed up a little bit, to figure things out. And then second half, once she was good, the jet lag
after she
subsided,
downed a bunch of beers.
Oh yeah, that ruled too.
My dad was like, "I like her," and he's like chugging beer.
all my friends who are just like football fans and like they don't really care for it. Like my friend Dustin, who's a Chiefs fan, he was like, I didn't understand the appeal of Taylor Swift, but after seeing that, her chugging the beer, it's like, I get it now. I see it. I was like, well, I appreciate the music, but yes, like,
like the music's not for me, but that chugging right there.
She had
down in the beer, like that's relatable right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once she started chugging, Kelsey started playing better, and the rest is history. That throw though, man, I was like, man, Patrick Mahomes, he made it look so easy. It was like effortless to get that touchdown.
Oh, that was just a great play design. Like that was that's a
and
throw.
He knew he had it too.
Yeah.
Like I'm like you can tell, just he's confident. He knows they're gonna have this. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a simple pitch and catch from Mahomes on that one. The play call was so not the actual play call. The announcing was so terrible though on the final.
God.
Yeah, like there was no like big like kind of like thing for it. Like I was like, well, that was kind of anticlimactic on commentary, but
you would not have known they just won the Super Bowl if you just listened. Like if you had your eyes closed, it was just.
The best part of football season being over is I don't have to fucking listen to Tony Romo again until September.
It's sad how far Tony Romo has fallen. He was
no wonder Jessica Simpson left him because that man.
But by the way, on that, people are like, "Oh, Taylor, too much coverage. People who know when Tony Romo was dating Jessica Simpson, it was just as bad. If you think this Taylor coverage,
they were awful to her too. I mean, male football fans were terrible to her. Too.
Yeah,
there just wasn't as much social media, but yeah,
it just wasn't. It wasn't as prominent because social media wasn't as prominent. But she was shown all the time. I remember
that.
I remember getting like an Us magazine, and it's like Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson are on vacation. It's like all the photos of them. I'm like, okay, I get it, but it was just as bad when Tony Romo was dating Jessica Simpson.
It was
It's
So
just
what do you- what do you-
coverage.
when they
Where
got
do-
engaged. My junior high biology teacher had went to college with Tony Romo, and he had their wedding invitation like pinned up in his classroom, and we're like, is this your claim to fame that you got invited to Tony Romo and then didn't get married? So I'm like, how'd that go for you there, bro?
Got invited to an event that never happened.
Yeah.
So where does Travis and Taylor rank as far as like all-time NFL couples, and then where do they rank all-time entertainment couples?
Oh, I don't think you can
NFL
rank entertainment. There's too many entertainment couples.
Yeah, NFL.
I think the amount of like pub that they're getting and headlines is up there with like the Kimye's, the Jay-Z's and Beyonce's. It's
I
like
think Jay-Z and Beyonce are always going to be the top entertainment couple. They don't get as many headlines now because they've been married they're married and boring now. Like,
Yeah,
nobody
well,
pays
yeah.
attention to them anymore.
Well,
They
Jay-Z's
got
at the
kids,
Grammys talking about how
Yeah.
Beyonce hasn't ever
and
won
she's
album
sitting
of the
there
year.
like with
Yeah.
her eyes. Yeah. Although she did look like Doug Dimmadome from the Dimsdale Dimmadome with that outfit at the Grammys. Makes sense that she announced the country album after. Good for her. But entertainment I think is so hard because that's such a like subjective, also like what do you pay attention to? Are you paying
Greg's-
attention to magazines?
Bobby and Whitney is up
That's
there.
true.
Greg's got a good shout. Yeah.
Theirs was very toxic though. So I try not to acknowledge him at all. But
I mean, Bennifer, like they're still
Bennifer is up there.
All
Diddy and Jennifer is up there. That was for that time. Like, imagine if they were together and like now.
Bennifer, his two Jennifers. He
Yeah.
just went from Bennifer 1 to Bennifer 2 and then back to Bennifer 1. But I don't know. I think in sports they're definitely in the top 3 just
I mean,
because
Brady and Giselle are
Yeah,
that one's tough to beat overall.
that is.
yeah. And what's Eva Longoria? She was
Which she was with Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
Yeah,
because they were everywhere.
they were.
Like,
They were, because that was at the height of Desperate Housewives.
Yeah. They were everywhere. So that I always remember seeing them when I worked at the grocery store. They were on the cover of everything that we would get in would be those two. But
Yeah, the only ones I think of is the toxic ones, like Will and Jada, Kim Ye.
Yeah, those turned toxic. Like,
Yeah,
well, they were.
I don't know that Kim and Kanye weren't always toxic.
Oh
to be
yes.
honest.
Yeah.
Jada and Will at least.
that turned toxic. Yeah,
be okay. Yeah, Reggie Bush and Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, that was
so short lived though.
that was
At least it
so
felt
short.
like.
no, that was years. The one you're thinking is short lived is the Humphreys one.
No, I know
Humphreys
that
was
one. They got
short-lived,
married.
but
Like,
Kim wasn't really as famous when she was
Yeah,
with
that's
Reggie.
true.
Yeah.
So
That's
by
true.
the time she got famous, it was short lived after that.
Yeah,
But those were I always thought that those two would end up back together because she
Me
was
too.
like, obsessive over him. And so the fact that she's been married like 18 times since then is just wild. And Reggie ain't coming in trying to be stepdad to Kanye's kids by any means. Like,
you don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. Chloe and Lamar is up there. Chloe
you
and
know which
Lamar.
one? Another one who feels short lived, but it also felt like 20 years. Like Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson. I swear they dated
Yes.
for about
yes,
300
that
years.
felt
Yes.
like it was forever. But then it was just over and she was married to somebody else and now she's divorced from them and with SpongeBob. Like,
Like the one I think of was like high school sweethearts, and we saw them grow up, and then they went into whole different relationships in a lot of different ways. Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears.
yeah.
Oh yeah. It's that one. I mean, Jessica Simpson, Nick Lachey, they had a reality show
That's
Yeah.
true.
for them. Like that was
Yeah.
peak of
And
reality
now
shows too.
people now don't even realize that they were together because he's been with Vanessa for
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, Chris Brown and
Speaking of,
Rihanna. That was
tomorrow-
a toxic one.
tomorrow,
Yeah, that
new
was.
season of Love is Blind.
Yes, very excited.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, Chris Brown. Rihanna
Everything's
was
coming. Everything's coming back right now.
good. Good.
They just came back with Abbott Elementary. I was just watching.
Yes. Rihanna and Drake, after he had so many things talking about how he was in love with Rihanna.
Was that?
And then they
Is this a
lasted, like,
relationship?
month.
That just feels like it's a
fling.
A fatuation.
Like, she finally gave that man a chance, and then it was just like, no, I'm good. See you later. And then he posted his meat on the timeline.
I did not.
Wow. Okay.
How did you not see it?
People think I'm super online, and I'm not.
Listen, I don't even hardly get on Twitter, and every time I got on there, that was the first thing. And I was like, why can you not mute videos? Like, I can mute. Why can I not mute videos? It just kept showing up. So then at our wrestling meet Sunday, I was telling one of the coaches about it. She's like 24. She's the one who called me old. And I was the only person over 30. Everybody else is like, I'm 29. I'm like, I hate all of you. But I was like, did you see the video of Drake? And she was like, no, what are you talking about? And I was like, just Google it. She pulls out her boyfriend sitting next to her. And she pulls it up and she was like, and just turned her phone upside down. He's like, what? What are you looking at? And she was like, you don't want to see it. I promise you don't want to see it. And he was like, what? And she was like, it's Drake. And he was like, oh, his penis? And she was like, how did you know? Why did you not tell me? And he was like, I saw like 10 times on Instagram the other day. I said, every time I got on there, I'd be looking at something and it's just like picture, wrestling tweet, Drake's meat. Picture. I'm like, why? Why do I keep seeing this?
I'm happy I've missed this.
Yes, I've not seen it, and
now
I assume like the algorithm. Baby, have you seen Drake's penis?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No, I
haven't. Great audible response.
You all are so lucky.
Yes, hopefully the algorithm is not now messed up because we've mentioned it and the AI tracking in our phones is like, you're going to see it now.
You're going to see some Drake pee.
It's just very uncomfortable. And
why are you mad at me?
Because I saw your tweet to the wrestlers about Creed and now it's in my head.
Oh. I was trying to see what wrestlers like Creed. I got banned from Twitter for that.
What?
Oh, yeah,
what?
I got mine. Bye. Love you. My account was like temporarily suspended because it said that what did it say? We have found that your excuse me. We have found that your account may contain spam or be engaging in other types of platform manipulation. You may not use X's services in a manner intended to artificially amplify, suppress information, or engage in behavior that manipulates or disrupts people's experiences or platform manipulation defenses on X.
They have got to be kidding. With all the freaking stuff that people do on there to try to get interactions,
right?
To get money, and they've got to be kidding.
I'm like, what did I do? I've tweeted like I normally tweet, and all of a sudden now I'm manipulating the platform. I don't have enough of a reach to do all of this, okay? I have no idea how to do that. Like, but whatever. Okay, we got some too hot to handle. Somebody said I think how Jeremy did the Little Rascals by. Did I do
He
that?
always does that.
I do this to end every show. That's a shout out to my wife to end every show that I've ever done. That's a goodbye to her. I started that before we were even dating when I was infatuated with her.
Don't say that very loud.
When I was like Drake with Rihanna. Okay, we got some too hot to handle to play. Everybody.
Yeah, I'll have time for like one episode.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I got to run out and take care of some errands anyway.
Same.
We all got lives today, apparently.
Apparently so. That's good.
Sucks.
It's good. It's good to have a life.
Nah.
No, look at you, depressive mother.
I'd rather sleep all day. That'd be so much better.
We went to bed at 7:00 last night.
Oh.
I was so excited.
Oh my god, I would love that. That would be magical.
Amazing.
Right. All right, there you go. There's the let me know when it's popped up and working, hopefully.
Drake
it is working.
Good. Okay.
Drake did need Blue Chew. I am so happy. I have not seen any of this.
Oh,
We're gonna
gonna
see it now, SP3. You know that,
No,
right?
I'm
nope,
gonna tag
Nope.
you every time I see it.
Nope.
Do not do that.
no.
All right, we're on episode 2, chapter 5 now. I forgot we have like the little side bit, the bonus scenes, but we're gonna wait on those. All right. Hot and bothered. A lot of money has been lost from the prize fund, but if you didn't spend it, who did? Well, we did spend it.
Within like the first 4 seconds, we did.
Yeah, we were making out with what's her name?
Sarah. Was it Sarah?
Was it Sarah?
Thanks.
I don't remember.
No, was
Yeah.
it Dakota? No, Dakota. It wasn't.
No, it's because it's not. It's
It
not
was Sarah.
Dakota, and it's not Marissa. The two people that are actually interested in us.
It was Sarah because she was like, no, I do what I want.
Oh, okay.
I do what I want.
Tension. Oh god, I gotta remember these fucking voices.
Me too.
The
worry.
tension in the air is stifling. Everyone is gathered around Lana, scrutinizing one another and trying to sniff out the guilty party. Except for you and Sarah, that is. The two of you glance up and lock eyes before you quickly look away, careful not to raise any red flags.
Does Sarah feel guilty? It's hard to tell.
Beside you, Jada and Justin are exchanging hush whispers. You can't hear what they're saying, but they seem suspiciously close.
I wonder if they broke the rules too. That would make me feel a little bit better.
Just as the tension in the air reaches a boiling point, Lana lights up. Doo-doo. Isn't that how it goes?
She's back.
Right?
Justin is my French-Italian guy.
Yeah, French Italian.
Hey, so what's the verdict, Lana?
Oh.
Have we been naughty or nice?
She's not Santa, silly.
Really?
God.
Then what are you doing out around here, leaving cookies around?
What?
He playfully smacks her butt, and Jada yelps and giggles.
Come on, you two. Could you be any more obvious?
Right before the glaring contest begins, Lana chimes in again. Hello, everyone. As I explained last night, you were brought here to form deeper emotional connections. You are also given a set of rules to follow.
It's not me.
I think that's USB 3.
Oh my gosh. Someone broke the rules.
Why are you so low?
I sound low? Let me
Yeah.
see.
You're fine now.
My mic.
Yeah, you're okay now, but you're like
Okay.
away from the mic.
No.
Why else would she have called us here?
Henry groans and puts
Henry.
his head in his hands. Whatever.
What's the damage? Lana.
There have been 2 breaches of the rules. Like 2? These rule breaks have cost the group. You
Dun,
take a
dun,
deep
dun.
breath, feeling a little nervous as you went. $6,000.
God,
Jesus! Oh no, we did not do that much.
The prize fund now stands at $194,000. Several gasps echo around the room. Someone's been a bit too naughty and the money's been lost from the prize pool. Yeah, we know. Us.
No way.
Which of you has been nicking my money?
Like your money? Oh, that's not me.
That's
Sorry.
me.
Sorry.
Your money, Theo.
Oh, that was Dakota.
Besides, who's to say you didn't spend it on your own?
Theo just grins in response, causing a few people to shake their heads.
Really, Leo, Theo, playing innocent now.
Like, maybe he didn't even do it.
Is that the confession from you, Dakota?
Dakota's eyes turn into daggers. Like, is that the way you want to play, Casanova? Because, I'm sure you heard your sweet French whisperings late last night. Henri opens his mouth to retaliate, but Alex raises their hand and stops the murmuring.
Please stop. Accusations without any proof won't lead us anywhere.
Yeah, this is pointless. Someone is obviously guilty here.
You.
It can't be that hard to fess up and come clean.
Well,
And I'm sure nobody will judge even if you did break the rules.
hey, they won't? Well, why you didn't say so? Justin turns to Jada and playfully attempts to kiss her.
Justin, no.
She laughs and elbows him to push him away.
Well, it's now or never. Should I take my own advice and admit what I did? What should I do, y'all? Should I place the blame elsewhere, stay quiet, or admit the truth?
You should be an asshole and place the blame elsewhere.
I agree 100%.
Place the blame elsewhere. Hell yeah. No way I'm admitting the truth. Besides, casting suspicion on another couple is more fun.
You clear your throat, then look down at Jada and Justin.
I think it's obvious who the rule breakers are. I have nothing against you, Jada. But you two should just admit it.
Jada's eyes widen before she looks down in shame, but Justin glares at you. Hey, geez, wait to call us out. How about you minding your business, man?
Yeah. Also, there were 2 rule breaks.
Her murmuring reply gets clearer when she raises her head to look straight into your eyes.
And we all saw you strolling on the beach with Sarah, Sam.
What are you implying? That we couldn't stay away from each other for a single night? Please. Besides, who's to say your makeout session with Justin didn't count as 2 rule breaks? If you stopped to catch a breath at some point.
Jada opens and closes her mouth, suddenly unsure. But before she could say anything, Lana's voice rings out. You decided to place the blame on someone else, but will you get away with it? I mean, SP3 and I know that no, because Lana just outs you. Lana tells what the rule breaks are. Sam and Sarah broke one of the rules. You wince as Lana exposes your lie, and there's a momentary hubbub before Theo motions people to quiet down.
And I'm finding the voice. On the other rubric.
I thought he was British.
He changed.
He crosses his arms and turns to Justin, who's cackling.
You'll seem to find it awfully hilarious, don't you, mate? Just you and Jada do it or not?
Justin suddenly throws his hands in the air, exasperated. And yeah, I kissed the Jada. And you know what? It was awesome. Worth every penny.
But
what? Sorry, we actually chose to have a fun last night. He grabs Jada's hand and gently pulls her up. Come on, Jada, let's roll.
I'm really sorry. I just couldn't resist him. Please don't hate us.
She joins Justin, and you all silently watch them walk off.
Well, I guess that settles it. Yeah.
Everyone gets up and starts going their own way. Theo puts his hands around his mouth and hollers at them.
Don't go spending any more of my money, people.
Liam laughs while Dakota shoots him down with a single look. Just as you're contemplating whether you should leave, Sarah walks over to you. She laughs like she found the whole thing hilarious.
Did you see the looks on their faces? Everyone was acting as if the money that had been spent was their money. And they're not even guaranteed to win it.
Right?
Sarah laughs.
Well, at least I got to make out with you, so I'm good.
But was it worth it?
Was it worth it?
Their reactions almost made me wonder if we did the right thing.
Coward.
Wait, do you actually regret it?
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
You meet her gaze and grin.
I should, but I don't regret it at all. I enjoyed our time last night.
She grins widely.
So did I, Sam. And I feel the same way. Honestly, I'd do it all over again in a heartbeat. And more.
You share a conspirator smile.
Conspiratorial.
And spiritual.
I'd better go now.
Conspiratorial.
Don't want to get too tempted to again so soon. But I'll definitely see you around.
I hope so.
You watch her walk off, feeling a mix of emotions. I'm gonna send you to the beach with the man.
Ryan Sullivan said she means hand stuff.
You decide to spend the rest of the day soaking up the sun. After all the drama of this morning, you could use a little relaxation time. A little while later, you hear voices. And when you look up, you see Liam, Dakota, and Alex approaching.
Hey there, Howdy.
God.
Mind if we join you?
Hate you.
Oh. There's enough sun for everyone.
Dakota sighs and pretends to fan herself. Like seriously, it's hot as hell today. What, like, is it 100 degrees?
Close. Still, I like it. There's nothing like spending a day lazing around in the sun.
The three of them set up beach chairs around you.
It is pretty hot. Sunscreen might be a good idea.
So hot.
And maybe I could ask one of them to help me put it on.
So hot in her.
Dakota.
So hot.
I should have said Liam so I could do the voice.
Oh my god.
I put some lotion over you. Now's
Buffalo Bill over here.
Now's my chance to get closer to Dakota. I don't think she'll mind. Far from it, really. Dakota, would you mind putting sunscreen on my back? I think I missed a spot.
The naughty smirk that appears on her lips convinces you that you were right. Like, no problem. I've got you. Dakota sits down next to you on your chair and grabs some sunscreen. She pauses for a moment as she squeezes out a dollop on her fingers. You've got gorgeous skin, Sam. She traces the outline of your body with her fingers. Like, so nice and smooth. You can't fight the smile that escapes your face.
Thank you. Should I pay her back with a compliment of my own? Compliment her glow. Is that glow? Yeah, glow.
Yeah, glow. You turn your head to look up and at her as she starts rubbing your back.
Speaking of gorgeous, you look amazing in the sun. It's like you're glowing.
She smiles down at you as her fingers press into your skin. She takes her time to respond, but her hands never stop teasing you. Like, I don't know. If I'm glowing, it's like probably because of you. You laugh, throwing your head back a little.
You're a real sweetheart, Dakota.
Like, I don't know about that. If you knew what's going through my mind right now, well, I'll leave it to your imagination. She continues the massage, and you can't help but revel in your pleasure.
Her touch feels amazing. I want more.
You turn over, and Dakota's right there above you. Of her own accord, your eyes drop to her mouth. Her tongue pokes out and runs across her bottom lip, and you know she's thinking the same thing as you are.
Aren't the other two just sitting there?
Yeah, they're just staring at them.
I wish I could kiss her right now.
Unfortunately for your fantasies, Liam suddenly clears his throat.
I think you slathered enough sunscreen all over Sam, Dakota.
Oh my god, I hate you.
I'd even say he'd be protected against UV rays from a week.
A whole week. I have to agree with Liam on this one.
Dakota sighs and removes her hands. Like buzzkills. You chuckle, then close your eyes and enjoy the sun. You all chit-chat for another hour in the sun, but your mind keeps coming back to that delightful experience.
I better find somewhere else to hang out. Or else I'll break some rules.
You find the perfect distraction down the beach. Henri, Marissa, and Justin are all playing volleyball. And Jada, Sarah, and Theo are cheering them on. When Henri spots you, he waves you over.
Ha-ha! Perfect timing! We need a fourth. Ha-ha!
Want to play with us, Sam?
Theo scoffs and pretends to wave them off.
See, I can't. I got all these voices in my head.
He's British!
Spot of tea. Piffed. It's too hot.
Piffed.
For piffed. It's too hot. It's too hot for sports. Come chill with us, Sam. Come chill with us, Samuel. Who do I want to spend time with? I mean, they do need a fourth, even though Justin's being a player hater. What do you have?
Justin, Theo, wasn't it? Oh no,
no, it's Justin. Justin's mad at me for outing him.
Oh right. Oh. Okay, what are you picking?
What should I do? What should I pick? Cher?
Either play or watch him play.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for establishing my two choices.
Go with the one Marissa's doing. She was the one you had the connection with.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'll do.
You're breaking the rules with everybody else.
You'll be boning Sarah on the side if you get on with her.
I think I'd like to play. I love beach volleyball.
Henri and Marissa smile as they welcome you over. Justin eyes you, tossing the ball in the air. Hey, you any good?
Am I good?
I don't understand why Justin's mad because like they were gonna get told that they did it no matter what.
Exactly. I think I'm good enough. I hope so. But I think I'm good enough.
It works for me. You can pair with Henri for the first game and Marissa the second.
And never with me.
Sounds good.
You wave over to Henri, then jog over to his side.
Hey, Henri. How's it going? Better now that you're here.
You chuckle at his corny line, but Henri doesn't get offended. On the contrary, he seems to like your laugh.
I didn't realize, you were into sports, Am I into sports? I love sports.
I am more into you.
Yeah, they're trying. You shoot him a confident smile.
I grew up playing sports. Got a few trophies on my shelves.
Henri's smile grows.
I think I like you even more now.
He tosses the ball in the air.
What do you say we give them hell? Let's do it.
The game starts, and it's clear right away that you and Henri make a great team. You're totally in sync with your shots. And 20 minutes later, the two of you are declared the winners. You share a well-coordinated high five.
That was fun. A blast.
Oh my god.
I didn't know you were good at volleyball.
Did we just have this conversation?
I'm great at all ball games.
Justin makes a noise from the other side of the net. Hey, yeah. Time to switch up of the teams. Henri, you're over here with me. Henri pouts in response, making you smile.
That's my cue. Catch you later. Sam.
God.
See ya.
They're trying so hard. You watch Henri walk away, his long steps accentuating his muscled back.
Oh my god!
You hate to see him leave, but you love watching him walk away. Marissa tosses him an appreciative glance as she walks over, a big grin on her face.
I've got tears running down. Good game. Your overhand is amazing.
How should I respond to Marissa's praise? Compliment her back. That means a lot coming from you. Your overhand got over 6 points alone for your team. I'm impressed.
It's a bad compliment.
Marissa blushes.
Thank you. Now what do you say we show these two what we're made of?
You grin at her and crouch down.
Let's do it.
Hope y'all lose, and it's like Sam realizes that
Yeah.
Henri was the better partner. The game goes by a lot quicker than the first. You and Marissa are on fire, and it only takes you about 10 minutes to
Damn.
beat Henri.
Damn.
Justin
Okay.
is ass.
Yeah.
You trash, bro.
Once the game is done, you throw each other high fives.
You were incredible.
Couldn't have done it without you. Literally. Couldn't have done it without
Theo, Jade, and Sarah start clapping, and when you look over, they're all beaming at you.
You're you're good. I'm just trying to remember that phrase.
Even more impressive, you look good. Who looks that good when they sweat? Go Sam. Sorry, Justin, but that was mint.
You smile and wave at them. You play a few more rounds before you all head back up to the beach.
Phew. I could really use some water. The heat around here is intense. And I'm not just talking about this from the sun.
Because
You
everybody's
sink
trying
onto
to
the
bone him.
couch. You sink onto the couch with a water bottle just as Jado walks in. Uh-oh.
Hey, Sam. Having fun?
Am I having a good time? I'm so turned on.
You sigh and look through the window, ready to hump it.
It's you, SP3.
To be perfectly honest, I'm so horny. I can barely think straight.
Clip it. Someone clip SP3 saying that.
Oh my god.
I'm so horny that I can barely think straight.
Someone clip it.
My face hurts from laughing. Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay.
And everyone out there, oh my god, I got a tear going down my not helping. Not helping or not helping. Oh my god.
Jada laughs as she sinks onto the couch beside you.
Oh, babes. I know exactly what you mean.
You turn to her with a smile.
And Justin?
That train coming through is Sam ready to go through all these people.
Better clap them cheeks. Oh my god. How are things going with him?
She looks back at you and bites her lip.
Actually, I was hoping to ask your advice about him.
Of course. What's up?
She lets out a heavy breath.
I really like Justin. Like, loads. I feel like we could be more than just a hookup, but he's a bit of a party guy. I have no idea if he feels the same. Or if it's something I should pursue.
She shoots you a pleading look.
What do you think? And tell me the truth. No sugarcoating.
Jaden, Justin, in my opinion, what do y'all think?
So the dick thing to do would be careful.
What the hell are you all doing?
I can't see Sean because my screen is up here.
Were you here when SP3?
Sean,
said he's
SP3 is so horny he can't think straight.
That's what I heard. Thank God this isn't on the main channel.
I did not know that would be the outcome of the choice that I picked on. I did not know that.
Let's just say this show truly is the strip club of Fightful. You're even getting $2 tips and everything. They're walking up to the stage and throwing singles at you here and saying, "Do something funny."
This show is my break from all the wrestling that I cover. I need
Right from all the wrestling, you have a show every morning.
Yeah, I cover wrestling on those shows. It's too much. It's overwhelming. I need it too hot to handle.
When are you gonna do like the wild card and have Steven Jensen reading some of these lines?
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be
Jensen
great.
works by this time though. That would be good if we start early enough. Maybe one time. Do you want to read some lines, Sean?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So you
You
gotta
want to
make
help
yeah,
Sam?
You make the decision here. Should Jada
Yeah,
go
you can
with
make the
Justin
decision
or
here.
not?
She just explained to us that Justin is a party boy and she's worried.
Oh, go for it. I have no repercussions as far as this is concerned. Go for it.
There you go. You could be me. You could be Sam.
Okay. If you like him, then I say you should give it a shot. You guys had chemistry since day one. I bet he's feeling the same.
Jada's face lights up.
Okay. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. Thanks, Sam.
She pulls
You
you
think-
into a big hug.
You think my accent is bad? Just wait till you get some of Jeremy's MP3s.
Or mine, yeah.
Before you can say anything else, Lana lights up from beside you. Good evening. You and Jada both jump.
Lana, you scared me, babes.
You put your hand on your racing heart.
Same here.
I have exciting news.
Yes, Lana.
One of you is...
The
Lana
weakest link.
pauses for effect, successfully cranking up the anticipation.
Oh, we know SP3's been cranking.
Going on a date.
Ooh.
Ooh.
One of us?
At
That is
the
the
end.
recap of that one.
Oh, great stuff.
Perfect timing, too.
That was the best one yet. That was the best one.
I just want to say this. This is a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I don't feel good about what I've just done. You know, I've been accused of a lot of things on the World Wide Web, but there's evidence of this. I cannot escape the accusations here. All for 18 live viewers.
The show doesn't do live viewership well, but
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Those people will remember. They'll never
Yes.
forget.
They'll go
They
back.
tuned in. They tuned in just for us to do this, too.
They
That's the
do.
thing.
It always
Okay,
goes
so we
up.
got
Pops up.
$2 from Louis. Ryan says for the SP3 hoarding fund. And then Trey, $10.
My God.
Oh man.
Well, I'm here.
I'm here. Appreciate you playing.
Did I do good?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
You did.
Okay, good.
You didn't get to hear the rest of our accents.
Yeah,
We
SP3 has a
listen.
French accent.
I heard Cher's allegedly British accent. And
Oh.
that's
Oh,
I
that's
have the best accent out of all
Yes.
of them. That's the bad part.
yes, that was
Man.
actually a very good accent. SP3 can't decide if he is British or I don't even know what the other mix of British you're trying
Dutch.
to do.
It's Dutch. It's a Dutch accent.
His French guy just says "ha ha" after
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
he says.
that is accurate. That one's accurate. Yeah. I know.
My
tons of
Italian
French
accent sounds just basically like Borat, so
Jeremy made his
direction we go
French
there.
guy be Italian.
Yeah, he's supposed to
Do
be
a French
French, but he's
accent.
actually Italian.
people. I used to end up sounding South African anytime I would do an Australian accent.
That tends to happen. The dialects
it's-
too close.
It's that wild accent where it combines British and Australian, and somehow you end up South African. I don't get it. I don't get it.
We're gonna get Nyla Rose on one of these shows to do accents.
We have
Oh,
to
boy.
because she
Yeah.
I
plays
always-
Love Is Blind already.
She does
so-
play
She
Love Is
did.
Blind.
I
Mogul.
always loved when Mikey Ruckus would do the table reads. I don't know if you all ever saw those. Lady Frost did one, and it was incredible. It was well worth people going out of their way to see. But
We're gonna get some wrestlers on here at some point to do this.
look forward to
stuff.
maintaining my relationships with them. See you guys later.
Bye, Sean. I always wondered if Sean knew what the show actually was on Tuesdays. I just assume he didn't,
And
and
of
he
course,
just
when
didn't
he's
pay
watching-
attention.
When he's watching, I say, I'm so worried.
Twice. You said it twice.
Yo, that shit
You
had
were
me
so
mad.
horny you can't think straight, SP3.
I couldn't even say the line straight. Like,
Somebody better have clipped that.
Oh, guys, I have good news on my Twitter front. Spam label review update. Thanks for submitting a review request. The label has been removed because your account was not found to contain spam or engage in other types of platform manipulation. We appreciate your feedback and are working to improve our systems. Not guilty. He who does not field me is not real to me. So poof, vamoose, son of a bitch.
Well done.
I'm
Well done,
free.
Jeremy.
I
Well
am
done.
free. Oh, could you imagine if Jimmy Van was on this stupid
That'd be
thing?
great. That'd be
Jimmy
great.
Van has no idea what I do.
Does
for
he
the
know
week.
this channel exists?
Probably not. No. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know In the Weeds exists. Like he has no idea what I actually do. Sean just tells him like, yeah, we gotta keep Jeremy. He does good work. And Jimmy's like, all right, sure. I don't think he actually knows what I do. Caden says RJ City is needed on this.
Oh,
Facts.
that would be great.
Facts.
The problem
RJ.
is RJ would take it so seriously.
Yeah, that'd be great though.
I feel like my top 3 off the top of my head from the AEW is RJ, Nyla, and Timeless Tony Storm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tony Storm would be great. Oh. Nyla would have like real fun with it though, since she
Yeah.
actually plays Love is Blind Mobile too.
When I saw her character, I was like, it's so much like ours.
Yeah, it is. So much like ours. So much.
That's great.
Oh my god. What a time.
What a time to be alive. All right. I guess that is all for this week's show.
Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, someone DM Nyla right now. I'll message Nyla. I'll see if we can't get her on one of these weeks.
One of these Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Or we could do it live.
Serpentico would actually maybe join us too. Honestly,
There you
Serpentico's done Twitch streams with us in the past, so maybe
There you go.
I'll see.
I'm down for
I'll see if
that.
we can get Nyla on.
I am down for
SP3, do you have anything to plug?
that. Well, yeah. Follow me on Twitter, I guess. True Heel SP3. Oh, for anyone who's going out to Greensboro, I am gonna be out there for Revolution, and it's official. I got my plane ticket, got my place to stay, and apparently I can go to Revolution. I'm not banned from the building, so that's gonna be fun.
Are you
So-
media?
Of course not. You know they don't like me.
Okay.
But I found a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I will be going to Revolution, so yes, can't wait. So if you're gonna be out there, let me know. We can meet up at the show and take a picture or something like that for social media. It'd be nice.
Cher, do you have anything to plug?
No.
Fair. All right. That'll do it for today. We'll be back next week with more nonsense. Bye, everybody.